She left it. Let's go.
Excuse me! Coming through! You can't go in there! It's okay! I'm a limo driver!
Hello. I'll be out in 1 minute.
That's right. Big reveal is here. I will be spending the next 2 days with the lovely, talented, easily one of the most kind and caring people I've ever met. She's also pretty dang beautiful. Gina Carano. That's right. There's really only one reason that I've been able to coordinate this, and it's because of all of you. I'm going to tell you exactly why that is in just a moment. A couple of interesting articles over the week. Gina Carano posts spicy photo on Instagram. I, of course, immediately clicked it. Immediately. Wasn't quite what I had expected, but it was still good nonetheless. Gina Carano has endured quite the career over the past few years, something which she apparently is fed up with. The actress was first fired from the cast of The Mandalorian after providing a series of controversial posts on social media. I didn't find them controversial, but apparently Disney did. Her manager later dropped her as a result. Soon after, Gina Carano announced that she intended to start a new series of film projects with the Daily Wire. The first of these projects was going to be a film titled White Knuckle, which, as we recently heard, was canceled due to concerns with the ongoing lockdowns. But that hasn't stopped Gina Carano. In fact, she's currently working on the next project on her list, a film titled Terror on the Prairie. Now Gina Carano has shared a spicy photo to commemorate. Formerly New Republic Marshal Cara Dune and showrunner Jon Favreau and executive producer Dave Filoni's hit Star Wars series The Mandalorian face her fair share of online drama due to her spicy tweets. By the way, I never felt like anything she said was, for the common human being, particularly spicy. She doesn't like mandates. I don't like mandates. In addition, she made a comparison, the exact same comparison that Pedro Pascal made, and she was canceled for it. A similar type of comparison. I think I understand when people are talking about how, carrying a little card to indicate your status is something that happened in history, and it wasn't, it was probably one of the darkest, if not the darkest moments in our history as humankind, at least, for the West. But Pedro Pascal made similar comparisons, and he wasn't canceled for it. So the idea was not that she made this heinous comparison to the events that led up to the WW2. It was that she was, I wouldn't even call her conservative either. In my interviews with her, or in the interviews I've seen with her leading up to this, she's probably more like me, which is somebody who, wants the best for this country, but also wants, the best for our citizens. Sometimes the best for our citizens is a more conservative opinion. Sometimes it's more liberal. And, I don't ever find myself identifying as conservative, even though I do skew that way these days more. But I think that probably comes with age. And, with Gina, she was labeled as some sort of like hardcore conservative simply for not wanting or appreciating mandates, not supporting, people's individual liberties being infringed upon, so they could go get a submarine sandwich at a restaurant. Now, if individual restaurants want to require this, that's 100% fine. Where I have a problem, and I believe where she has a problem too, is when it's mandated by the government. Now, this new Western project, filming is underway, a fast-track production of Carano's Western thriller, Terror on the Prairie, directed by Michael Polish. The film follows a family of pioneers who defend themselves from a band of vicious outlaws on the prairies of Montana. The film also stars MMA fighter Donald Cowboy Cerrone, stand-up comedian Tyler Fisher, and Nick Searcy of The Shape of Water. So, these are not... I see a lot of outlets referring to this film, and I think they're doing it in a condescending way as low budget. I mean, that may be factually correct, but the amount of money that is spent on a movie is not always an indication of how good it's going to be. We can look at, do you know what it cost to produce Squid Game? $25 million. And it has netted Netflix nearly $1 billion in additional revenue. How about Joker? That was $1 billion movie with, relatively speaking, a low budget as well. Movies that I really like, Wes Anderson films, certainly are low budget outside of, the big name actors. So now the actress has given the middle finger literally to all her haters. Nick Searcy, who is involved with the Carano's upcoming movie, reshared a photo from Carano's Instagram stories captioned simply, "Cancel this," and there's a lot of middle fingers involved. There's a lot of people talking about whether or not she would return to The Mandalorian. All the rumor sites out there are talking about it. It seems like every couple of months. I don't think there's any indication of that, and I don't think it would be respectful of me to ask her that question tomorrow. Now, if we're hanging out after, I'll ask her. Like if we go, grab dinner or something, and it's like a less professional environment, I may ask her, but she may not want me to share that answer with you either. So, but what I do want is, first of all, the only reason I'm able to make this trip is because of so many of you supporting the channel. And in this case, it's the direct support given by people that click this join button down below. It's like a Twitch subscription. So when you join the channel, you just support it. It's like a couple bucks a month. Or people that join my Subscribestar. These are the two reasons I'm able to take time off, because I don't have anyone else to replace me. When I'm not here, I'm not making money. I'm not able to work. Sure, sometimes I can produce a video from the hotel or something like that, but for example, tomorrow I'm not going to be able to, and Friday maybe not either. I'm going to try to get up really early and make sure I do my job for you all, because I can't afford to take days off work. Weekends are nice. I've taken those back to me, but those of you that join the channel and those of you that back me on Subscribestar, I don't say thank you enough. Yes, everyone who watches and leaves likes and shares these videos are extremely important. And only a small percentage of viewers join as a member, maybe 1%, less than that, whether it's a join or a Subscribestar. But those funds allow me to take a breath and say, okay, I can afford to, give up a couple days revenue to go and get some better content for my viewers. I also purchased some better microphones, better lav mics. So hopefully Gina's interview and my interviews with the other cast members will be much better than what I did with Ryan Long. I would love to do more of this. So I'm very thankful to everyone who supports the channel, whether you support the sponsors or you just get involved by liking and sharing the videos. But also, I wanted to point to this as a direct outcome. I wouldn't have felt comfortable backing or coming out here if it weren't for your support. So thank you to those who continue to support, but also if you haven't yet, please just consider clicking that join button below the video or joining my Subscribe Star. It's always linked in the description. It's a free speech alternative to Patreon. It goes miles to support me, my video editor, my thumbnail guy, my assistant Maggie, and so I appreciate you. I don't like to do direct asks, but I felt like this was a great opportunity to say, hey, because people back me, this is now something I can do. I can't wait to meet with Gina tomorrow. I might see her tonight. We'll see. And then let me know what questions are what you want me to ask. And the top voted questions I'll try to get in and get answered for you as long as they're appropriate. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.